and the experiences are different, but I am the one. And what is that one? It has to be, the bare minimum is consciousness. It's that. It's constant. In fact, in all our seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, consciousness is constant. Shabdasparshadayo vedya vaichitrya prithak tato vibhakta tat samvid aikarupyanna bhidyate. He says, take a look at our experience. What is our experience? Oh, we see, we hear, just now. The thing to do in Vedanta is actually track it in our present experience. That's the beauty of Vedanta. We see right now colors, shapes. We hear, we smell, we taste, we touch, we think, we remember, we feel, we imagine, we desire, we hate, we love. So all of these are called our experiences, and it's going on all the time. Right now it's going on. So what? What are we supposed to see there? He says, notice one thing. All these experiences have a particular structure. They have a structure. What is the structure? It is consciousness or awareness plus an object. I am aware. I am seeing, but I'm aware. And when I'm hearing, notice, hearing and seeing, they are very different. They feel different. Seeing is this. Hearing is this. And it feels different when you experience hearing, when you experience seeing. But one thing is common between seeing and hearing. And that is, I am aware. When I am seeing, I am aware. I'm using the words awareness and consciousness in a very general sense, indistinguishably. Just in the sense everybody can relate to. I'm aware and I'm seeing. I'm aware and I'm hearing. Hearing and seeing are different. Why are they different? Well, the objects are different, first of all. The objects of seeing are many. And what are they? They are colors and shapes. The objects of hearing are many. What are they? Various kinds of sounds, noise, music. And they are different. And not only that, the experience of seeing and the experience of hearing are different. The instruments of seeing and the instruments of hearing are different. But one thing is common to seeing and hearing. In all our seeing, we see so many things. In all our seeing, I am aware. It's the same awareness who sees that person. It's the same awareness who sees this person. The same awareness which sees the blue of the sky and the green of the tree. Awareness is same. Blue is this person is different from that person. Blue is different from green. But awareness is the same. I claim it. I experienced it. I am the same one who experienced this. And so also in tasting, in touching, in smelling, our sensory experiences are tremendously varied. And all are changing, and all are different from each other. The objects of experience are different. They are changing. They are many and changing. The feel of each experience, the nature, the phenomenological, internal feel of each experience is different and changing. And yet, there is one thing common to all of them. They are all happening to awareness. They are all happening to consciousness. And that consciousness is common to all these objects of experience, all these experiences. In fact, I said at the beginning, all our experience has a common structure. And the structure is consciousness plus object is equal to experience. Consciousness plus object is equal to experience. Just stay with that and see that isn't that true? Isn't that true? Isn't that a good way of describing a general equation to capture all of our experience? Whatever experience we have, isn't it consciousness / awareness, whatever you call it, plus an object? It could be an external object like this. It could be a glass of water. It could be sound. It could be a taste or a touch. It could be a thought, a feeling, an emotion. They're all objects, and they are all experienced by consciousness. Now, as the objects, C, consciousness, plus O, object, is equal to E, experience. As the objects keep changing, the experience also keeps changing. But does the C, the consciousness, does it change? And he claims it doesn't. And he says that's what you claim to. You also feel, I am the same one. I am the same one who saw this person and the same one who is seeing that person. I'm the same one who ate a cookie or biscuit and the same one who tasted the tea or coffee. Same one. Cookie and biscuit are different. Tea and coffee are different. This person and that person are different. And the experiences are different. But I am the one. And what is that one? It has to be, the bare minimum is consciousness. Is that. It's constant. In fact, in all our seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, consciousness is constant. Awareness is constant. The I, the experiencing I, is constant. Not just all of this. Thoughts, feelings, emotions, memories, they come and go. They're also objects. They're also experiences. But the awareness, the consciousness is constant there. Not just that. Actions, in speaking, in walking, in grasping, in working, in playing. So many experiences are going on. So many actions are going on. They are all experienced by consciousness. The actions are different. The context is different. Consciousness is common. Go further. He will show us. In waking, dreaming, sleeping, consciousness is common. That's the direction he's taking. Shabdasparshadayo vedya, the sounds, the touch, and etc. Sight and smell and taste. Vaichitrya, they are various. Who can deny? Our experiences are various, and the objects of experience are various. Jagare prithak, in our waking world, we have various objects of experience and various experiences. Tato vibhakta tat samvit. Other than that, distinguished from that, the consciousness which experiences them, aika rupyat na bhidyate, does not differ from that one nature, one constant nature. It's like the light which is shining here, and it reveals whatever you put here. You put chairs and tables, it will reveal the chair and table. You put people in there, it will reveal the people. People leave this room and it's an empty hall, it will reveal the empty hall. The light doesn't change with the objects which come and go. It just reveals them. But that's the model he's taking. Think of consciousness, try to understand consciousness that way, and see, is it not a good fit to our experiences? And he says, this is the story of our lives. And then he goes on. You can doubt it also. Why not? Why don't you say consciousness? Consciousness can change. Yeah, experiences are many, objects are many, and my consciousness is also changing, moment to moment. There's a whole philosophical debate, centuries old, between the non-dualist Vedantist and the mind-only school of Buddhism, Vijnanavada Yogachara. Consciousness is changing. It's arising, flashing, revealing its object, and disappearing. Another burst of consciousness comes. Why not? Well, there are many arguments, but just consider this. If consciousness is also changing, objects are changing, we can see. Experiences are changing, we can feel it. But consciousness itself is also changing. If you say that, the question will be, is that change in consciousness experienced or not experienced? If the change in consciousness is experienced or experienceable, then it becomes an object, it's no longer consciousness. And if it is not experienceable, if someone claims, no, consciousness is changing, but that change cannot be known, it cannot be experienced, then why talk about such a change? If, as a very ancient school of philosophy, powerful school of philosophy says, consciousness arises momentarily and disappears, moment to moment, flashes of consciousness. All right, consciousness arises, illumines its object, and disappears. So it must be discrete flashes of consciousness. And they say, yeah, it's discrete flashes, very fast, but discrete flashes of consciousness. If there are discrete flashes of consciousness, there must be a gap between the two. Is that gap knowable or unknown? If it is knowable, then consciousness must be illumining that. In that case, there is consciousness in that gap. There is not a flash arising and disappearance. It is continuous. If you say, no, there is a gap, but it is unknowable, then why speak about such a gap at all? What will establish such a gap? How would you know that there is such a gap? In that case also, consciousness is continuous. So it's like this, a lot of back and forth arguments. But anyway, he's taking that model. But this is not the only experience we have. As the day wears on and evening comes, we go to sleep. And this whole world disappears from your experience, from our experience. The whole world disappears. Even the fact that I'm lying down on the bed and sleeping, that disappears from my awareness. And a world of dreams arises. What happens there? Verse number 4. Tatha swapneatra vedyam tu na sthiram jagare sthiram tadbhedo tastayo samvid ekarupa na bhidyate. Now the world of dreams comes. And you experience people and places and activities in dreams. Dreams arise and disappear. And is there a clear difference between dreams and waking? That question arises. And he admits, yes, in certain sense, dreams are different from waking. Dreams are unstable. They come and disappear. The waking world is stable in the sense I keep coming back to the same waking world. So you're having pizza and you want to go to, you say, I'm feeling sleepy, I'll have the rest for breakfast. You can put it in your fridge and the next morning you can have cold pizza for breakfast. It'll still be there. The fridge will be there, the pizza also will be there, unless somebody else has got the pizza before. But you can't do that in a dream. You're dreaming and you're eating a pizza and you say it's time to wake up. Now, I'm joking, but now let me put the dream pizza in a dream fridge and next time when I come back and dream, I'm going to take it out and eat it. That won't work. That world of dreams is gone. So that's one of the differences one might object between waking and dreaming. And there are many other differences. I'll come back to that. But he says here, the author says, my point is this. The same consciousness which illumined the waking is the same consciousness illumining the dreams also. You are the one, that same consciousness, that same awareness is also experiencing the various objects seen in the dream. Yes, they are imagined objects. They are unstable objects. Dream experiences may be different from waking. But it's the same consciousness. Consciousness is not different. It doesn't differ. Are we with the argument? It's a pretty simple argument. I who experience the waking, I am the one who is dreaming. That's all. Dreams are very different from waking. Even if we admit that, the consciousness is not different. It's the same consciousness. And notice the very interesting thing. In the dream, when we experience things in the dream, we are not experiencing this body which is lying on the bed and sleeping. We have phenomenologically, internally, we have completely lost track of this physical body. We seem to have another body, a dream body. In the dreams, we have a body. In this waking state, it's an interesting argument. In the waking state now, I might say that yes, our experiences are continuously changing, but consciousness is constant. One might say, well, body is also constant throughout this waking world. Whatever we are doing embodied in this body. But in dream experiences, the body is not constant. This body you lose track of. You have no experience of this body internally, phenomenologically, subjectively. But you have a full-scale dream experience. Somebody said, the difference between dreams and waking is dream is like a vague and imaginary, and waking is industrial grade reality. Industrial grade reality. There it doesn't feel like that, but anyway, consciousness is constant. But this body is, you lose track of it. It's a very interesting thing in the dream. That means we can conceive of, philosophically speaking, we can conceive of a continuity of my own subjective experience without reference to this body. That's a big step forward. We naturally think, I am this. Well, in dreams you don't do that. In dreams you act as, you have so many dream experiences, at no point do you refer to this body sleeping on the bed. So subjectively, remember, this is a subjective argument. The objective argument is different. The objective argument is, of course, you are the body, you're just lying there, and there is all this, what you call dream is imagination going on in that body, in that brain. But that's already assuming that consciousness is being produced by that brain. I remember one of our Swamis in Calcutta University was giving a talk. In the deep sleep, the world is not there, the body is not there, even the mind comes to a stop. And a professor in the audience stood up indignantly and said, what do you mean the body is not there? We can see that fellow sleeping and snoring. That's an objective approach. The professor is seeing it from outside. You're seeing the person sleeping and snoring. But what about the person himself or herself? They are not experiencing their body, or far less the snoring, sound sleep. So, in dreams, whatever is going on, one thing is constant, that consciousness continues. That same consciousness, it continues in the dream state also. And it experiences various objects in the dream. External world is not experienced, even body is not experienced. Certain dream objects are experienced, and the consciousness continues. It's the same consciousness. Just as an aside here, Vedanta often uses the dream metaphor or the dream example to explain things in the waking world, that it's like a dream. And there are objections against it. No, this is not like a dream. Many objections. Swami Nikhilanandaji, in his book on the Upanishads, in one volume where he talks about the Mandukya Upanishad, he translates and he comments on the Mandukya Upanishad and Mandukya Karika. There he has an appendix, objections to the dream argument and answers. I think he has collected 10 objections, which try to show that, no, waking is waking, dream is dream, dream is different, and waking is different. Waking is not like a dream. And he takes up those objections. And he gives such powerful replies, you'll get a creepy feeling at the end. You'll look around, whether this is a dream or reality, you'll feel shaken. There are many objections, like, for example, this is a public reality. We are all agreed, we are here in this room and listening to a lecture. But dream is individual. My dreams are only in my dreams. You don't dream my dreams. I don't dream your dreams. So dream and waking are not the same. One argument, you see the public reality argument, it's a joint reality. We are agreed upon. This is the real. So this is real and that's imagination. That's only in your head and this is in all. This is shared by all of us. What reply will you give? The answer is, aha, but in your dreams, you will find it's a shared public reality. Suppose in your dream, you're going out for a cup of coffee with a group of friends. All of them will see the table and the park and the cup of coffee, and all of them will enjoy and talk to each other. None of them will say, but there is no coffee because we are in a dream. It's only in your head. There's no coffee here. Nobody says like that. In the dream also, it feels like a shared reality. It's only when you wake up, you feel that it was in my head. Another argument. The industrial grade reality. Dreams are vague imagination, and waking reality is so solid, huh? It's solid. But that does not feel like that in the dreams. It does not feel it's vague, must be a dream. No. It feels quite real. And that stands to reason, because even this so-called solid industrial grade reality, any scientist, any doctor, any school kid today will tell you, you are not experiencing directly. The whole thing is being reconstructed in your brain. Like this. About 10 objections are taken up, and each one is cut down to show that logically there is no difference between dreams, logically and psychologically. There's no difference between dreams and the waking state. But be that as it may, here the author is interested in one thing. Only one. He says, give me this one agreement. Let's move together on this one point. Whether you agree dreams are same as waking or dreams are fundamentally different from waking, this much would you doubt, would you agree that consciousness is the same? The one which experienced the waking world is the one, that consciousness, that awareness is experiencing the dream world.